Okay, we're back with more Warframe. It's been a while since last time. Last episode was really exciting. We actually got to the story of the game at like hour 29 or so, and the story is pretty interesting. So I think I'm going to pick up from there. I think we're just going to stay on Gara and use all of my existing weapons because it sounds like we have enough mastery rank to get to all of the relevant story content in the game. I don't know that I really had too much interesting building here. Just claim these, I guess. No reason not to. See if there's anything to build on the way out. So far my strategy for doing story missions is to just do junction missions whenever they're possible, and if they're not possible, do the prerequisites for junction missions. But if that has changed since we got to the actual like Tenno story stuff, feel free to let me know. Check my mail really quick, I guess. It's a new sword called Broken War. Okay, is that better than my current sword? Game seems really quiet, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit here. Let me know if it gets too loud later. Then under Cronus, Broken War. That looks cool too. So I'm not really going to be able to upgrade it immediately, I guess. Probably just need to take it out into combat for a bit. I'll throw some things on here, I suppose. So it leaves you with 9 extra points. Let's see. Do that for now, I guess. Yeah, I'm probably just going to use that. I think I have the good shotgun that I'm just going to use for the rest of play here. How you been doing, Doombob? Alright, so do I even have junctions anymore? I assume I do. Could do a man a few words. This is like the recommended content path, right? Doesn't send me straight there, does it? Or do I have to do the prerequisite first for it to start working? Keep looking. Start working on the Pluto junction, I suppose. Go here. Okay. I see. So do I need to get back on junctions, or is there a main quest that I can go to now after the last one? March on to Pluto? Okay, thanks. Good tip.
Tenno, you are here to infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive enemy information.
We'll put an end to this corpus greed.
Make sure that I've got the right mouse settings here to do the crazy flying effect. Oh, really? What's the quality of life buff for Gara?
The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands.
No, ideally I should just be skipping all these dudes. I'm just trying to get back in the habit of playing the game, what the controls are. I remember all of Gara's abilities. It's 2 to get the little shield, right? 4 to make a glass wall, and then move outside the glass wall, and 1 to detonate it. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, it was very strange that you had to go outside the glass wall. So I do 2, 4, 1 without needing to worry about positioning, really. Cool, thanks. That's helpful.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I have to press it a second time to get it to stop it from expanding outward, right? And I forget, like, why do we want the glass wall to be small rather than large? Or is that even still a thing anymore with the QL change? We wanted to basically immediately stop it from expanding, I thought. Pretty good with like no upgrades on it. I'm impressed. It's just resetting the alarms. Okay. Which are not currently active, so I probably don't need to do this. Whatever. Because it just takes more time for it to expand outward than I assume.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
That's easier. Hey, Android, how you doing?
Alarms. Data
Shit.
destruction is imminent. You need to hurry.
Not great. I always get confused with how they want me to travel through this area. Probably already too late. Let's see.
They destroyed the data.
Well, shit.
This must not happen again with the next vault.
Yeah. Hold on. If I can find my way out of here. I feel like you gotta play these games a lot for the spy mission. This game a lot for the spy missions to be completable very quickly. Right. Just eventually have it all memorized, I assume. I think I have the right mouse profile right now. Should be doing a roll and a slide and then a jump and then right click to fly straight forward, right? Remember if there's another action I should be doing for maximum movement. Yeah, saving up your sub-block time, Android. Appreciate it. Some more discounts for the game on the voting spreadsheet. Really nice quality of life. 1750 damage on this thing now. Crouch, jump, aim, glide, roll. Okay. Let me check what my buttons are on my mouse here. So that's crouch. That's roll. I think I got it. Lockdown has been activated. Find an access panel to unlock. This room somewhere? Oh, maybe that's not it. Release lockdown. Imagine there's a finite number of these patterns eventually too, right? Just have my initial setup wrong here. Oh, is that an endpoint? Maybe that was okay. Sure, yeah, these are more complicated than the ones I've seen before. Usually I just see the ones on the edge of the screen. There we go. Get the end.
The target console is nearby.
This is what I'm used to.
If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
We're gonna get lasers again. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know. Melolay? Oh, I was able to hack that. Okay. Just want to get one of these. I don't need to fully solve the place. Oops.
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete.
Come on, stand on the thing.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh god.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
Did I get it? Did it give it to me? Oh, it didn't give it to me. That sucks.
It's too late.
God damn it.
You've lost
I
this
totally
data.
had it, but I died on the same
Be more
tick, I
careful
guess.
with the next vault.
Alright, well, we're not gonna get it then. It's too bad. I don't know what triggered the alarm that time. I just opened the door and it said there was an alarm immediately. Did I like happen to step into the green lasers or something? Yeah, I remember that I can right click, but it's hard for my brain to wrap its head around just stepping it back a tick when I go too far. I'll think about it.
Looks like heavy activity
Hopefully.
ahead.
Enemy triggered it after I shot the camera. Like shooting the camera, get their attention or something. Oh, really? How do I do that thing where I launch upward again? Never mind. Got it. It's been like 7 months for with me. There's such a weird difficulty spike on these puzzles.
You're nearing the console.
This is what I'm
Trigger
used
the
to.
alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Just kill all these guys, so that's not a problem. That gives me more shards if my 2 is still up at the time, right? Yeah, but even earlier, I don't remember seeing many of them. In terms of the actual length of the game, this isn't particularly late game, right? This is like the main story literally just started. I don't know if I can disable these lasers or if I just have to... I guess they activate, deactivate on a timer. Okay. See. Shit.
You've triggered the alarms. Lose
seen
this
that
data,
coming.
and the mission will be a complete failure.
Stop getting knocked off of the wall. I'm definitely gonna lose it. There's no way. That's okay. I'm rusty. I'll get there again. That time it gave it to me at least.
The enemy has successfully destroyed all the data.
Mission failed.
This mission
Sweet.
is a
Fish and
failure.
mail. Try again. Oh, you can roll through the lasers? Okay. Like the worst possible mission for me to be rusty on there. Especially because the specific spy areas have a higher number of enemies. Okay, this is like the maximum difficulty
Your
for the
mission is
hacking.
to break into
Gotcha.
enemy data vaults and steal
That
any
makes more
intelligence
sense. I was under
files
the
you find.
impression that like
Corpus have
this
tech
is
weapons.
the very beginning
need
of the
to be
game, so they're
careful.
gonna get nastier than this later. Oh, you still get detected. Okay. I've talked before about how I struggle in this game sometimes with feeling the weight of like enemies doing damage to me, or my abilities activating, or stuff happening for story reasons, and that's certainly one of them. Like, I guess it's weird to me that touching the laser would just knock you back like that. And there were a couple times where I was getting knocked back while also getting shot by other things, and it wasn't clear to me that the reason I was falling down was from touching the laser. And I don't know what a different game would do differently to convey it was the laser that did that to you, right? It's a very subtle effect. I'm guessing Warframe just has a generic knockdown status effect, and touching the laser happens to inflict it, right? As opposed to being like a sparking explosion or something coming off the laser.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
So you see immunity can let you skip
There's
it.
a heavy unit approaching. Alarms have been
God
triggered.
damn it.
You need to retrieve that data.
I didn't even know
before
that
the data
laser
destruction is
had an
complete.
alarm associated with it. Alright.
It's too late. You've lost.
Alright, well,
You will need
in
to be
before
more
this is the whole
careful with
stream.
the next vault.
We've decided you're bad for business.
imagine you play this game a whole lot. It doesn't really matter that the game doesn't give a lot of direct, like, animation feedback as to what's happening or what's causing which effects to occur on you, because you just played it so much that you can see the matrix, right? I've seen that phenomenon described as viscerality in video games, or like sense of hitting. I probably told this exact anecdote in a prior Warframe episode, but I have this very strong core memory of playing Guild Wars 2 during the beta, and I was playing as an engineer, and they had a flamethrower. And during the beta, the flamethrower felt really bad because you would activate it and fire would come out of your character and some damage numbers would pop out of enemies, but you didn't have the feeling that you were hitting them. People weren't really able to articulate what the problem was. People just kind of went online and said, hey, it feels bad to play with the flamethrower, right? And they fixed it by adding some really subtle sound effects and like some really subtle screen shake every time it did a tick of damage. It made like a thunking noise with each damage tick, and now suddenly it felt like the flamethrower was actually hitting stuff rather than just passing through the enemies, right? I don't know, I just feel like Warframe has a lot of little things like that where there's not the kind of subtle, difficult to detect feedback. Oh cool, yeah, I was kind of converging on that independently. Right. Sense. Oh, shit. I didn't go far enough.
Alarms. Data destruction is imminent. You
I'm
need
already
to
dead.
hurry.
There's no way. What? So I just not can I get in there now? Oh, yeah, sometimes it doesn't let me like interact with stuff, and I don't know why. I guess sometimes there's dead ends too that I don't notice.
They destroyed the data.
Well, that's the closest I've gotten.
This must not happen again with the next vault.
Oh, I'm not quite facing the thing in time. There are definitely consoles that appear on the map that are intentionally not able to be interacted with, right? That just would only be interactable in a different version of the map. Or if I see an orange console, can I always interact with it? Always interactable if it's orange, okay. They'll be like faded out or something if they're not supposed to be interactable in this map. Okay, gotcha. Alright. Screwed up again, probably. I guess I've been able to brute force spy missions in previous stages because these puzzles have been short enough that I could just kind of quickly do them.
The enemy will start destroying data.
The I'm really glad they made that quality of life
focused.
improving, because
There's
it
a
seems
heavy
like it's such
unit
a
approaching.
trivial way to misplay previously, so I'm glad they made that easier. I have a new ability at the end of the last session that I haven't used yet. What fifth ability? Just like all these guys, I have to think about them. Kind of sneak into these rooms very slowly in case lasers suddenly appear, which has happened to me. I think this is where I suddenly got an enemy last time. Can I not turn off the lasers in this room? Is this just telling me that I'm gonna have to do it with a time limit or something? Or is there supposed to be a way for me to disable them? Blue circle next to the energy. Oh, 5, okay. Try to find the other room to disable them then. So maybe through here somewhere. I feel like maybe I should just try to go for it. I don't know. There's too much crap here. I'm going painfully slowly right now. Space Ninja came. Well, that wasn't the answer. There's still another room that I haven't found that has a console to turn those floor lasers off. Floor lasers just trigger an alarm, then they don't constantly knock you back. Okay, I could try that.
You've triggered the alarms. Lose this data, and the mission will be a complete failure.
I'm still getting knocked back constantly.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Data integrity verified.
First try,
Retrieval was
jeez.
successful. The data we retrieved will
Hacking
have to
can't be
suffice.
stopped, so I had to like
Get to extraction.
fly over to it, basically. Okay. Good lord.
I will consider what I have learned from the skirmish.
I guess I was jumping to try to keep it from lasering me, but can it only like knock you back once, and then as long as you're still in lasers, it won't repeatedly knock you back, or? Working on Pluto Junction. It specifically wants me to defeat the hyena pack. Guessing it's just this one is fine.
Assassination contracts are not to be taken lightly. Eliminating this target will have a significant impact on enemy forces. Search the area. Leave no survivors. Recent innovations in Corpus robotics have led to a surge in production. Their newest animal-like proxy is an unrelenting hunter.
So like before it was incorrect to spend any time killing enemies in levels, but now it's really not correct because I'm sticking with the same frame and gun, right? I guess I could try to get the new sword maxed out is probably worth doing.
Use caution. The hyena pack will work together to try and take you down. Our operatives have identified at least 4 different variations of the hyena model, each with a different specialization and arsenal of attacks.
Supposed to be a cutscene there?
We've got robots inbound.
Right, they're like the yellow icons on the map, it looks like.
Fear will not control me.
There is the assassination target. You know what to do.
These things.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I don't really have enough energy to do that. Okay. Whoops. Because I didn't kill it before I ran out of energy. I keep just sorting it to death, I guess. Oh shit. Yeah. Makes sense. Maybe we need to kill other guys to get energy back, right? Oh, never mind, I got some now. I also don't feel energy regen very well. $1530 damage, nice. Get to extraction, okay.
Target down. Assassination
I know we were
contract
previously
complete.
talking
Great
about
work,
potentially
Hannah.
trying to get the Loki frame as a frame that I could just try to use consistently.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Probably just need to play 100 hours of Warframe for Gara to feel good, but I don't feel the weight of fights like that, right? Like I think what's supposed to be happening is I'm pressing 2 and then I have like an aura of damage that's constantly ticking for 1500 for everything that's next to me. And so after I press 2 to put on the little damage aura, and then I press 4 to make the glass wall, and then I press 1 to detonate it, and now the damage aura is hitting so hard that everything around me is just dying instantly without me having to actively hit it, right? Like that's how it's supposed to feel. But then there'll be a boss that's just a huge hit point sponge compared to a lot of the regular enemies. So I can't really distinguish those. working on the energy economy soon. Okay, cool. I think that's probably going to make the game feel a lot better. Yeah.
Inbox messages await the operator. I wonder what they say.
Actions have consequences.
Dreamers. It's on these long and quiet.
What else did I need from Pluto Junction? Oh, not yet. No. Don't go there if I can't do it. What are you doing?
Thing I read a long time ago whispers in my ear.
I guess I can physically visit it. Well, looks like I have to learn how to do spy missions. Is there another one that's maybe less annoying than... Probably not. I have to do that one, unfortunately. I guess I can't preview what some of the other missions are. Alright. Try very hard to not make this the rest of the episode. I guess I can quit out as soon as I fail one. Where are the shortcuts? Yeah, the comparison I can think of is that
Tenno,
Diablo 3 tried to go for this like generator spender thing where like at the beginning of the game you have to use a generator to create a secondary resource, and then you spend the secondary resource on spender abilities that are more powerful. And so at the beginning of the game you spend about half the time using generators and half the time using spenders, and it's fine, like the game is still very playable. But then towards the end of the game, what you ideally do is you make it so that you have infinite resource, so you don't need to even have a generator anymore. You can just spam your spender over and over, and that feels way better. And I think that Warframe is like that, except like you don't feel like you're Warframe until you solve the energy issue. Until then, you're just kind of using the guns and the swords and enjoying the core movement. But it seems like a lot of the concepts for frames don't really work for a newbie player playing it for the first time that doesn't have energy solved, right? Because I guess the majority of your energy comes from like drops, like spheres that drop from enemies that you killed, something like that. Vents. Is the vent going to be near the entrance or something? Try that 5 button you were talking about. Oh. I don't have enough energy for it, or it's not available right at the start, I guess. There's somebody here.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
This guy? It was nice having a big health bar on the screen where I could kind of perceive what was happening from my 2 there. Okay, so there's supposed to be a vent around here, you're saying? Is it going to show up on the map anywhere? Mini-map? Or is it inside the actual A area?
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Heavy robotic signature detected. Lock and load.
Like here, maybe? No, that doesn't count. It's gonna be clearly a breakable vent, I guess. Somebody in there presumably can detect me. I just need to get all 3 pieces of data. I don't need to get through here without triggering an alarm. Shit. Potato. Yes. Okay. Okay. I deal with this guy, or is he always gonna trigger here when I turn the corner? Oh, he's not actually aggroing. Interesting.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
Sweet.
Stay focused.
Amusing.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
So that time I didn't get a shortcut. Sometimes there's just a vent that you can go through instead of having to do everything. That's funny. Did anything special happen from fighting that Shadow Stalker guy, or? Oh, they give energy. Gotcha.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
This one I'm not so confident of being able to dodge everything. Imagine someone who's really good at this can just like fly through here. Whoa, well, that wasn't what I was intending to happen. I'm like stuck on the wall or something. Shit. Okay, cool. Calculated, 100% calculated. Disable lasers, yes please. Oh, disable these lasers? Thanks. You latch on the wall, okay. Like wall jumping. Maybe that vent over there was the shortcut. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm gonna screw it up on the third one now.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
E. Calculated. Okay. Yeah, I just had to... Normally I've been able to just sprint through these and only solve one of them because the actual like puzzle part was trivial enough and there weren't like lasers to knock me down. So I think this stage is about as hard as you're gonna get for a spy mission for someone who hasn't played the game in 7 months. This thing worth killing? It has a special health bar. Literally can't tell. Yeah. I don't mind the hacking minigame. Once I arrived at the just do the outside perimeter and then just spin the middle indiscriminately, made more sense. I still struggle if there's like a end point that I have to point away from the center. I'm going the right way here. Really want this on all the time. Oh, interesting. Overguard. CC was too powerful before that, presumably.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start.
The enemies out
data.
here, can they trigger the alarms, or is it only the enemies that spawn inside of the actual area? Can I get more than 1530 damage on my 2, or is that just the cap from detonating a wall? The enemy's in the vault. Okay, I don't need to fight these guys.
Any of y'all see the feeds light up? It's going down, kids.
Trying to see those. Every time you cast the 4 combo, it builds. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen this version before. Just lasers. Go away, I'm trying to think.
Looks like heavy activity ahead.
That's just for resetting alarms. Okay. Is there anywhere that's completely safe to stand? Is there like a... Is there like an area over there that you can stand where the lasers won't hit you, or you just, once I go, I have to make it all the way? Okay, and that also restarts the duration on 2 whenever that happens. There are nooks in the wall where you can hide. Go away. I want to get this one right since I don't want to have to do this whole level again, you know? Right, so the nooks are like the little vents on the side. I'm trying to see where I can safely hide. Like where those pillars are in the dead center where I'm pointing at right now. I see an openable vent there. Okay, gotcha, thanks. Here, okay, thanks. Anywhere this like little U thing is sticking out, I guess. There's a camera staring right at me. Where am I actually going? Over there. But I have to be able to turn off these lasers or that door will not open, right? Without me getting detected. Can I, like, break the vents? Or only there's certain kinds of vents that are breakable? Release lockdown. Disable lasers. Okay. I think we're okay then. First try, jeez. There's a camera right inside. Can I break cameras with like my 4? Oh, but I don't have a 1 to detonate it, so maybe not. Shit, go.
Alarms. Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry. integrity verified. Retrieval was successful.
The hell out of here now.
We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
Pretty scary. Hey, thank you, Android. Appreciate that. It's good to have you. You're super awesome. Bro, Space Stitch. Okay. Up and recoil down. Multi-shot on the shotgun. That sounds good. Does that do what it sounds like? I guess I don't really need to worry about it because I'm going to be doing all my damage with my abilities. Okay. Yeah. I wonder why I haven't seen that mod before. Does it just make it so each of my shot, like pellets, shoots out more pellets or something like that?
If I may say, Operator, your chosen Warframe suits you.
Yeah, once it wins the vote, we'll play it back to back once a week. It's interesting what sticks between sessions, though, right? If you have this long of a gap between sessions. Magic pellets are the bullshit magic dimension. Awesome. Right, I guess what would I replace with it? Probably not something that I've already... Yeah, since I haven't leveled them up, right? Multi-shot. And some mod by using Endo. This won't let me over-upgrade it, right? Got it where I can go to see what my current limit is. Hold on.
Is your mod collection in order?
Oh,
No,
okay, so I can
not
get
equipped to feel
2
envy.
to start. And then you said pure physical is pretty bad. Oh, is that one of the ones, Shredder and Fletchet? Disruptor. Let me see what I can do with this one, I guess. I'll max it and see what I have room to equip after that. That makes sense. It's about as strong as I was expecting it to be based on the description multi-shot. Impact, puncture, and slash can be disregarded. So I don't really have anything else to put on there for now, right? Maybe ammo maximum or chilling grasp? Although that's already too high a level. It's weird. I wonder if that's just the result of, like, creep, that they've added enough additional abilities that the pure physical bonuses are crap, or if they've just always been crap. It's a weird, like, mastery trap. Front Spectre. This game is really silly sometimes. Nominally, this is a boss fight, I guess. Sweet. Great. They work as advertised, or the things have eclipsed them. Okay, I just recovered from a blue screen. Hopefully the VOD stitched together fine there. I tried to fix the light split timer to as close as it was. But we did finish that junction, and we're moving on to Pluto now. Next up is Eris and Sedna. Neovoid relics. Stoufler. Sedna is actual progression, I'm guessing. Defeat Vehek at Oro on Earth. Requires mastery rank 5, which I can do now, right? Craft a weapon requiring mastery rank 5 or higher. Uh-oh. That's not good. I can't do that today, right? It was my stream PC that crashed, not my gaming PC. So I was online the whole time. Hold on. I think we established that I'm good on MR. It's MR 5. They heck at Oro on Earth. Oro. Okay. Haven't done an Arcwing mission in a minute. So I will not be able to get past Pluto today because I have to wait like 24 hours for a weapon to craft, right? I guess I'll take a look at the foundry after this.
Satellites in the vicinity contain important surveillance data. Defend them while I extract that data.
I think I still have plat left over from when I got some earlier. You guys can step me through it next time, I guess.
Defend the satellite while I extract what we need.
This just ignores all of my equipment, right? Or the Arcwing is a distinct piece of equipment with its own stats and stuff. It's so weird to have a mission where I actually have to, like, engage with the content. I know there are other missions, like the popular ones for leveling up are the ones where you have to, like, defend a location, right? And kill a bunch of enemies. I guess Diablo 2 was like that back in the day. The right way to play Diablo 2 was to run to Mephisto or run to Baal and ignore 98% of the game. To some extent, that just comes with the territory.
I have the data. Move on to the next target. The surveillance data is heavily encrypted. It will take time to extract.
What do we got here?
Defend this satellite.
Keep shooting that. Did these levels get added a bit later, like this wasn't available at launch, or do they always have the... Is it Archwing or Arcwing? They pronounce it in the story a few times. That was a long time ago.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Arcwing, okay. Oh, I get like Arcwing specific versions of my frame abilities too. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I've always struggled to kind of articulate this feeling, but
Find the next
this
satellite.
mission actually feels like just a regular. I'm just playing a video game, and I don't kind of have the constant feeling that Warframe gives me that I'm playing inefficiently or doing it wrong, or spending time on content I shouldn't be spending time on. Here, it's nice that like you get to the satellite, and there's just a certain amount of time that passes, and as long as everything dies, you did your job, right? So this is nice. Imagine the game feels like you're playing a video game more once you've played it for several dozen hours and you're in the end game and you've got maxed out stuff and you know what you're doing. This feels familiar though. Like, it's not like the core gameplay loop of the regular missions is bad or anything. In fact, it feels pretty good to be good at movement and moving around and using your frame abilities and stuff. But I'm always cursed with this feeling that, like, I'm doing it wrong, or I'm doing it slowly, or I'm spending time on an activity that I shouldn't be spending time on, right? So I don't get to just enjoy the video game part of, like, turning around and aiming and shooting stuff. Insulated from the rest of the game. That's cool. This obviously isn't like super mind-blowing. I bet some people find it boring in the way speedrunners find auto-scrollers boring, but it has the benefit for me of feeling like a game. Hey, Serp, how you doing? Yes. Mentioning that it's insulated from the rest of the game does scare me a bit, because does that mean that spending time on it is a waste of time? Here, part of me feeling that wasn't a waste of time is knowing that I physically need to do it to progress missions, right? All right, let me take a look at level 5 weapon. So, okay, hold on. How do I know what the MR requirement is for these? Does it display it here somewhere? Oh, mastery rank required. So I can make a miter. I guess I want to find something that I already have all the materials for. And so I can just go spend plat on speeding it up. Maybe. Polymer bundle. All right, so the ether daggers then, right? Yeah, content island. Yeah. Yeah, I encounter that a lot in these kinds of like iteration sickness live service games. This just needs to be higher than 5, right? Or does it need to be literally 5? Hold on. So ether daggers should be okay. 5 or higher. Oh shit. Is there a chance I could meet the requirement to try to get rank 6? What do I need to do for that? Profile. I had a long ways to go, huh? All right, well, let me just try to find one that's literally level 5. So I go to the shop to find one. Weapons. Wait. Do I have to, like, Google it to find one? Mastery locked. Or maybe the ones on the bottom are the highest mastery. I think it tells me, does it? Get the revolver just because it's cheap. Okay, hold on. Warframe list of mastery 5 weapons. Tomos. The number below the word tab. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So like twin vipers. What is a Tomos? What kind of weapon is it? This one? All right, so it's better to buy it with credits, right? But I need argon crystals. Can I get argon crystals right now? Right on. I'll go ahead and buy it, I guess. Void mission. All right, where can I find void missions? I need like a control F here. Void. Any levels here? Survival might be the best. I guess I haven't done anything here really, so I guess I just have to pick one. Okay, I'll go there. Can I do the Fisher? Is that more likely to match me with other players? Oh, this mechanic. This mechanic is so weird to me. Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, but I don't have it. Owned. Do I not have any right now? Don't do Fishers. Okay. Game is very baffling to me in certain respects. I believe that it's good. I thought that all of the cutscenes and stuff with like the Tenno and figuring out what's going on with you being like a person who's remotely controlling your Warframe robot, great stuff. I think there's really good stuff in here, but it's like a needle in a haystack kind of thing. You're mining through layers and layers and layers of coal for diamonds, and I buy that the diamonds are very precious. But holy moly, is there crust on this pizza. Crust is great. That's not a good example. Oh yeah, no worries. Do I need to invite you for that, or does it work to just do public and then you guys know what mission I'm loading into? It does have a max distance, okay. M-E-L-A-L-Y-E. Thanks.
I will consider what I have learned from this skirmish.
Is this one of the mission types where you just can like do this for as long as you want, and it gives you some opportunities to bail once you get a certain amount of progress? No problem. So loot's gonna happen at the end of the mission. I don't need to like run around and kill enemies to pick it up, do I? Or walk around to where enemies died to get this stuff? Run around picking things up. Okay. And it'll just be an auto pickup. Straight up got an endo drop. I didn't realize enemies could just straight up drop endo. But it was always slightly more annoying to farm. I haven't unlocked the game's good endo farm yet, right? I think we were talking about that before. I know I have access to a credits farm, if I recall. Thank y'all for the help. I appreciate it. Random containers are better. Okay, I can try looking around. I guess containers only matter in certain missions. Or there's containers in a stage like this. Oh, I see some here. So maybe once we're done, we'll go to the next level and I can look for containers. Credits. Oh, okay. So if you find it, it drops for all of us separately. Gotcha. Oh, the game's like super quiet again. Let me turn it back up. Drop that as one of my settings. I don't think I've given a shit about drops with other people in the room with me for 30 hours, which is kind of insane. But if someone, I guess the other question is if someone sees the drop, that it is the same drop for everyone. It's not that every time someone opens a chest, we all get differently rolled loot. The same true for enemy kills too, or is that all independently rolled loot? Everything. Interesting. So if one of you sees it drop from an enemy, you would even mark it.
Reinforcements
Okay, I'm gonna
available.
extract then,
Do you
right?
choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Finishing touch. Oh, they added crossplay recently, right? That's what's the deal with the Windows icon. That's kind of cool. What other consoles is this on? PS5 and Xbox? That's it? I'm trying to pick Hepit Void. Oh, Switch 2, no kidding. Mobile, no kidding.
You
Oh,
are
no
here
worries.
to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting.
My Warframe is the hand, and I am the will.
Hey, that's me. Can you hear myself talk now, finally? They woke me up. That's pretty neat. So just run through the level looking for containers, basically. Is that what makes this level good for farming it, that there's lots of containers?
The capture target has vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back alive. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done. Change of plans. Ignore your original objective. Leave nothing alive.
Eliminate all targets, huh? I don't know if I got any of these last time. I don't think I did in the previous level, right? It's supposed to be a somewhat common drop. This is for the Atomos. Ah, bummer. All right. Well, once we clear everything. My bad for starting it earlier. I literally don't know how the mission selector works. I'm trying to imagine how this would work on mobile.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Maybe you could use it for like trading or something. Regular crates can drop it too. Yeah, right. I wonder if they're doing the thing where they're putting it on mobile just because they're leaving money on the table if they don't, right? But that doesn't really matter how well the game runs. You don't need that many whale players to pop on there and spend a bunch of money in the shop. To build for breaking boxes. It's really funny. It's crazy how that's like so underemphasized early in the game. That drum beat scares the shit out of me. I have so much like non-clinical PTSD from this game. Those goddamn statue missions, weekly statue missions. Looking for lootables here. Control module. Energy. Primary ammo. Ammo was a thing in this game.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find
Right.
extraction.
I guess I'm just gonna try to extract. Is this suggesting that there's like chests up here? Maybe this will get me at. Able to be empty? I guess they just have credits in them. Oh, good. I'm glad they changed that. Yeah, ammo had that feeling of like it's never relevant until suddenly it is. Yeah, I don't mind limited ammo in games if it matters all the time, but Should we just do this level again to try to keep looking for the thing, or? AoE explosion weapons will require you to keep an eye on ammo. Right on. I need to get this thing off my neck, right? We don't. Did I reset the? Okay, I did not reset. Make a weird looking dog. Yeah. I gotta bring up that mouse cheese maze thing I made for this game again. Okay, so I did not get one that time. So I guess I'll close the group. Look at how you do that. Leave squad. Then I'll go into that same mission again. But just keep it on public and then you can join. I literally just need this thing, right? I only need like a couple of them for Natomos. Oh, there's a bunch of people joining in here. Shoot. Maybe I don't want to do it this way. Two argon crystals. Is there any penalty for leaving once you load into a mission? So I'll just leave. Oh, okay. I don't know what friend requests are. Okay, a second.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations
mission.
is here. Find them and capture them.
Mission mailed. So friend requests are where? Communication. I'll just friend both of you. Oh, I'm already friends. Great. Friend requests. Accept. Got it. Thanks. All right, well, I guess I'll do friends only, and then I'll load back into it again. Let's try this. And I can just start it, and then y'all can join once I'm in it.
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
Open boxes.
We know the mission. We will not fail.
I thought I saw a box in the... Oh, maybe it's below us. Nav
You
coordinates.
found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
Let's go on the offensive.
We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly. Mission complete. The
Mission
captive has
complete.
been escorted to the extraction point.
Okay, so
Well
now we
done.
just look for boxes, I guess. So what kind of drop rate are we talking about here? Is it like 1 in 1,000 or something? And just everything here can possibly drop it? Oh. Argon crystal, thanks.
We Baron
Good looking
always
out.
collect our debts.
Telling you that. That drum beat does not make me feel hot.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
So you guys just like blasting through the level, everything is dying and dropping stuff, basically? Cool, thank you. Wait. Oh. Argon crystal, which actually shows up more clearly on the loot pickup. Okay, I was checking the dead center of the screen there. Oh god. I think we just need one more, and then we can be done with this. So here's a silly question. How do I phrase it? When I break my glass wall to get more shards for my 2, can my glass wall have been pre-built? Can I do 4-2-1, or does it have to be 2-4-1? I tried to just do 4-2-1 and it didn't work. I can? Okay, maybe I just did it weirdly. I'm actually going to turn the game audio back down. I think it gets pretty loud at times. Oh, is there another Argon crystal? Am I seeing it on the main map there? It just doesn't show as a...
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, never mind. No, I'm seeing your frame icon. Oh, I see. 4 refreshes the duration of the 2. Oh, I did not internalize that at all. Well, I think it comes down to that same UX thing, right? Where, like, I'm trying to think of an ability in a game like Diablo 3 that using it caused another thing to come off cooldown, and how, like, there's no way you could possibly miss that, right? But the fact that I'm even able to miss it is kind of shocking. So, like, here, let me just try to study my screen here. If I press 2... the amount of time remaining on my 2 is a number in the top right corner, ticking down right now next to my health. Okay, and then I press 4 and then it re-ups, I see. Also on the 2 in the bottom right. Okay. I guess I've been doing this for like hours and hours and hours. And I've never seen this next to my health up in the top right. I learned to notice the 2810 damage thing, because that seemed pretty important to be able to see. Maybe it's just like a downside of making a game that's a high mobility shooter, that there's not a lot you can do with a teensy UI like this to really inform the player of what's going on all the time, unless if they already know where to look. And I guess I've played plenty of games that have small information like that, like a tiny little cooldown indicator that I look at all the time, but maybe the other problem is that you can play the game for dozens of hours and never need to know how any of your frame abilities work, because the gun and the melee weapon are more than fine. I don't think... Have we, like, tapped out the map, or is it worth still searching for one of these? I'm heading to the objective, 1 second. Try to get this. There's a star in there, but I guess I can't get in there now. Get in there from a different way. Okay. The one auto pickup. Yeah, right. I still am opposed to the stars. It is absolutely baffling to me that there's one kind of item drop that you have to manually pick up when everything else just gets constantly vacuumed into you. Thank you for opening all those crates. Okay, so we'll just try the repeat mission. I don't want to force it this time in case y'all need to make any changes. Thanks. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. I wouldn't be able to navigate this otherwise. I guess I could just keep the wiki open or something, but...
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture, and extract our target.
I hope we're ready for this.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
I feel like this game needs to be studied in a lab. This one at least doesn't seem like it has the developer hostility thing that I detect from Path of Exile. Just has a lot of content islands, as you were describing it. Yeah, no kidding, Umix. Study the game by Excel sheets. Cope or lack of coping in my case, most of the time.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
I think it would be possible to clean this game up and improve the new player experience, but I think it would involve deleting an enormous amount of content, or finding some way to, like, hide an enormous amount of content for a very long time.
There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh, that's fun. It's a very, very high mastery game, high paratext game, right? Actually, since I played this last, there's a really good Dan Olsen video that just came out, Folding Ideas, called Why It's Rude to Suck at Warcraft, where him and a Mythic Raid guild leader kind of talk about paratext in games and the sort of information external to the game itself that you need in order to master and enjoy a product, right? And here I don't think it's got the World of Warcraft problem where it's rude to suck at it. I think this community is pretty chill, and because it's a looter game rather than a co-op MMO, like, you can't really waste other people's time in the way that you can in WoW, but I think a lot of the stuff in that video applies to this. adding a completely new optional start to the game. I did not see that. Oh, thanks for marking the Argon Crystal. That sounds great. I think they need to just activate a filter for new players and just like, you can keep all the content here for the players who already understand what all it is, but there should be like an alternate mode where 99.9% of the game is turned off to get you up to where you need to be. I actually feel similarly about Path of Exile. That game should have a like Babby's first build for each class where it just kind of auto does it for you until you get to maps and are sold on the game. Okay, we can get out of here. That was the last crystal I needed. Thank y'all. Yeah. Before you can waste other players' time, because of the paratext problem in Warframe, you can waste the shit out of your own time. You can very heavily misplay in this game if you don't know what to do, because there are no signposts to tell you this content isn't relevant. This isn't the most efficient way to play. I feel like someone who's new to Warframe and has no idea what they're doing and doesn't want to Google it or ask anybody for help could potentially spend like hundreds, if not thousands of hours dicking around, missing out on the game's like core content. Heading to the exit now. New start is coming next month. You still have to go through the early part of the current game. It'll let you try out frames without building them, so that's nice. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure that's still fun, but if you're the kind of player who is, the game is sending you enough signals to make you think, am I dicking around? Is this a waste of time? It's very like intimidating and bubble popping, for lack of a better word. All right, I need to like auto craft this thing. So it's secondary, Atomos, build, yes, rush. Oh god. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I should switch to that because people said it's pretty good. Veteran mode for older players with roguelite elements. That's cool. I should finish maxing out the kunai first, right? Because it's almost 30.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you. Ha ha.
Okay, so we were on Pluto. Sedna Junction. Oro on Earth. Okay.
No.
You guys are welcome to hang out, but if you don't want to, that's cool. I'll just keep doing them solo. Yeah, I guess that's another problem, right, Spiky? I suppose they could make that as a Babby's first build thing, but then if they nerf the shit out of it and they don't change it from league to league.
Eliminating this target will have a significant impact on enemy forces. Search the area.
Oh, he's pretty cool looking. The Robot Spider-Man, which is an unusual amount of like setup for an enemy.
Vahek's plans for complete system domination would make him too dangerous. You know what to do.
These criminals think they are committing a justice. Not in my court.
actively knowing to look for my 2 there, I'm still not doing a great job of it. Okay, cool, thanks.
Manfred's plans for complete system domination make him too dangerous. You know what to do.
Okay, appreciate that.
Why are these fools still breathing my air? This is unacceptable!
I haven't tried my 5 yet still, right?
I am too important for this nonsense.
I just don't have enough energy right now is the problem. So he just moves around the map every certain amount of damage that he
Heads
takes.
up. A Grenier assault team is headed your way.
Only damage him on the top of his body is glowing slightly. Okay. Honestly, I couldn't see anything about his model. Check next
Councillor
time.
Bayhek rose to power by eliminating his enemies on the Grenier Council. He now has near complete control, which makes him one of the most influential
Uh-oh.
Grenier.
You're chasing a guy throughout the level.
Must I do everything myself?
So what causes him to glow? Still see damage numbers when I shoot at him. Is it like killing his ads or something?
Do not think we are done here, Tenno.
So he's got weak points on his face or above his face that then make him vulnerable to taking damage. He does look cool, it's true.
I knew this day would come. I prepared. Changed myself. I made sacrifices. Tenno, are you ready for a sacrifice?
Sure.
Now we finish this business. Once and
I think you're starting. If you're providing me with energy, then that would explain why it suddenly feels like I can actually use my build for once. I can't. He just looks like soup to me. I'm sorry. Like, you say you have to shoot certain things on him that make him vulnerable to damage, but he just looks like an orange mass of goop. I honestly don't know what I'm looking at. You guys want to shoot him to help me out here? He's burning. Okay. Glowing gold slit above his head. So presumably he's not taking any damage from my glass shards. Oh, now he's got a health bar, so now I can kind of like eyeball whether what I'm doing is hurting him or not. That's nice. Oh, I lost my buff. Okay.
Thank you, Tenno. It should be a long time before we hear Bayhek's ugly voice again. Now get to extraction.
Now, why is it a long time until he hears his voice again? Is it because, like, is there like an assumed immortality in this universe or something? Or that they're gonna like rebuild him as a new cyborg, or they've got like his brain to re-upload? Or canonically we didn't kill him there, we just beat him up? He ran away. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I've played like superhero games before, right? Where like you're, you know, fighting the supervillain and the supervillain is always defeated, but you see them again later.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
You're the boss in the Earth region. And that's a fairly old fight, I guess. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, that's not... That's still pretty old, but... I have to actually get to Sedna Junction still, so... Mobile defense... The ape from Sekiro just randomly shows up in this game. If you ever hear about Warframe doing a UX pass, like a new player experience UX pass, I guess the problem now is that there are so many frames in the game that I'm betting almost every frame needs some kind of TLC in that department. So I don't know if you could do that without spending a whole year on it. I think it's sucky because I assume the UX is completely fine for all of the people who already are veterans with the game, right?
Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you. Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend.
It's like right in here.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because it's like I think that they could probably make more money overall if they invested in the NP a bit more. But in the short term, they make more money by continuing to satisfy the existing whale players, right? This is actually pretty fun. The whole cell of like keep building your glass stacks.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
So, but I also don't know, why do I have a shitload of energy right now? One of you has a frame that's just like constantly providing it by me being near you?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit
I
approaching.
can't even really feel where that's coming from. Now, is that just something that happens because you're in the map with me, or it only happens because you're near me, or it only happens because you cast a buff on me? Yeah, this is actually, like, cool as hell.
Keep moving.
Like, I'm guessing this is what y'all were saying when you were like, try Gara.
And patch me in.
But up to this point, I think I've at best been able to stack this twice.
Corpus walkers are heading to your location.
It's the okay, so there's the thing on the ground, so I have to stay within range of the thing on the ground. Gotcha.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
So did the QOL change they did just make it so that your glass wall always detonates whenever you press 1, no matter what? Or do I still have to like vaguely aim it at the wall for it to pop? I see. Regardless of whether you're on the inside or outside of it.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
I guess I can see that I'm doing PBAOE damage to everything around
Stay
me.
focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
I see. I'm trying to like look for the damage numbers of when my 2 is. Oh, did I lose it at some point? I must have lost it somehow.
Here. Move on.
I don't see the damage number listed anymore, although I still see the cooldown. That was weird. I feel like I was casting it way fast enough to keep refreshing the cooldown, but I guess not. I screwed it up somewhere. A nullifier bubble. Oh my god. Kidding.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend.
Okay. Just turns off any buffs that you have, basically.
This will
That
take a
thing.
moment.
I will consider what I have learned from this skirmish.
That is wild, man. I think that's my single. There's a lot of things to say is weird about Warframe. The big one, obviously, is the mouse cheese maze diagram that I made a while ago. But even if you fix the structure of the game to make sense to a new player without needing to absorb a bunch of like external paratext, the UX is just—it's crazy. There's so much happening right now. And it's like soup to my eyes. I'm really trying to like hone in. I feel bad making the complaint because like I'm guessing once you already know how to play the game, you can see the matrix, so you maybe can't even really see what I'm talking about anymore. Like of course you can see whether your buffs are up, and you can see when the buff gets cleared when you walk in the blue bubble, but as somebody who's never played it before, it's just the only way I could really describe it is to compare it to other games where playing it for the first time, I didn't feel like there was a clarity of information problem. UX, user experience, UI stuff. What am I watching? Good thing that was happening to me right there. I can't tell. Sorry, I was trying to look around for you. You can check it next level. Was it the sound effect that was playing? You're playing Flappy Bird. Okay. Nice. Let me switch to this Atomos thing really quick just so it starts leveling up. Okay. I'll put mods on it later. I'm not really using it at the moment. You'd actually use it over a primary grate. Oh god, spy. Okay. If y'all just want to solve spy, I think I've earned my spy credit for the episode by doing the one where I didn't set off any alarms, so you just want to do it, I'm not going to complain. It's a pretty high, like, stream time cost to fuck it up, and it's not very interesting to fuck it up. Check my weapons.
Operator, Ordis wonders, What are you thinking about?
Oh, thank you. Did I not confirm?
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood.
But it's okay, whatever. It's fine. Thank you for not confirming the mission. Oh, okay, I see.
Tenno, I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence.
Yeah, please go full Sonic mode. That's fine. I'm just gonna shoot some guys, I guess. I don't know.
Keep moving. None of the scanners have detected you. Stay
Oops, I
focused.
thought that was
There's
a
heavy unit
crystal.
approaching. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased.
Also a little white dot. Unidentified item. Combustion beam. Let me try the Atomo so that I don't have anything equipped on it right now. Oh, is this like a... like auto targets on them or something? I know it's not going to do very good damage as I have no mods on it, but... Or is it like a flamethrower? Oh, I see a little chain. So it's like a Symmetra gun, I
We have
guess?
everything we came for. Get to extraction.
I feel like I want to sit down. Overwatch is a game that I feel like it does a really good job of having a lot of complicated mechanics on the screen, but it's very like attentive to whether the visual soup is parsable to a new player. I might need to like boot that game up, look at some abilities that have rough equivalents in Warframe, and like point out what works in Overwatch for me that doesn't work for me in this, just in terms of making any sense of what's happening on the screen. Wait, okay, I'm waiting. Three can make energy? Oh, okay. There's a specific augment that makes it good. Interesting. What are the circumstances under which you'd find it? Does it drop from somewhere I currently have access to? Buy it from a syndicate faction. See if I have a pledge. What the fuck? No active pledge. Pledge allegiance to a syndicate. I looked in the right place coincidentally the first time. Which one is it? So with a very specific thing, my character can solve energy, but only if I have a mod for particular activated ability. Arbiters of Hexus. Okay. Wait, so does that not work if I'm voting on a mission? Is that the problem? Okay, I think it's going there
Do
now.
you remember the old war, operator? Order seems to have misplaced those memories.
The Arbiters of Hexus seek truth through. You are on the verge of a new truth.
Okay, so I've met him, so now I can pledge on my ship. If I can do multiple significates at once, I should be getting all of the progress I can at once. Another one next door. This one?
Hunter, do not waste your time with this idiot Cephalon, spewing corrupt data streams about music of all things. The epitome of meaningless data. She ought to be disconnected from the weave and erased.
Somebody else here is also a syndicate person. Okay. Yeah, there's so much friction associated with trying out a new thing, and you don't have the tools to evaluate if it's worth it. And it's something that could be worth it in the late game. Like, I think the Gara build just doesn't make sense here.
The Arbiter.
Okay, who else should I pledge with here? Suda? I literally just did.
Hunter, do not waste your time with this idiot Cephalon, spewing corrupt data streams about music of all things. The epitome of meaningless data. She ought to be disconnected from the weave and erased.
Curious about music, as I am. Ignore the rants of that monster Hermes, who perverts his function with destruction. Correction, Samaris is to whom I refer. I am busy with my data collecting. What is your query? Yes, I know. I am a Cephalon, a creature of data and memory. You need not repeat yourself. If you are truly curious about my musical archives, prove it. Build the Mandicord.
A Mandicord?
You are filled with questions.
Okay, and there's another quest I can pick up here somewhere. Dravos? Where's Dravos?
Hey!
Escape. Fast travel. Darvo?
So, Tenno, you up for a little job on the side? The Grenier have gone too far. They're about to execute one of my most trusted contractors. They say he's a traitor, and that he was trying to steal a priceless artifact.
Okay.
Baseless accusations. That's not the kind of business I engage in. So, what do you say? Will you help him out? And don't worry, you'll get paid too.
A new quest is available in your codex.
Okay. Need to breathe. In, out, pledge, Arbiters of Hexus, pledge.
Now begins your path to truth and power.
And then at some point I'm going to get enough like rep that I'll be able to unlock a thing with that. Pledging to one gives you bonus rep with another. Okay, I see. Is it possible to eventually max with everybody through doing it in a certain order or something? Okay. I guess you max with one, get all the stuff you want from it, and then make them your enemy.
Our intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring them home.
Too much micromanagement, yeah.
We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
Whoops. If we do any missions where there's a chance of failure, feel free to just like do it. Because I think the time loss is significant. Otherwise, you can hang out, I guess. Appreciate your help.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence. The bypass is done. Go. The hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
God, I have no idea what this zone is.
I thought I was gonna die.
Okay, thank you.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits, and don't leave the subject behind.
I can fight too. Give me a weapon.
Damaging him now. I have to like hold it down to keep damaging him. Alright, so like when you do the hostage mission, you can just sprint to the exit, right? Because the guy constantly gets teleported near to where you are. Okay.
We've decided you're bad for business.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh yeah, I'm trying. Sedna Junction. Eris isn't part of the story. Okay. Oh, hey, Saren. Remember you? We were buddies. Actually, I literally couldn't do more than one without you helping me with energy. So yeah, I didn't even get to enjoy the core mechanic of this frame until you gave me the basically infinite energy region. That's interesting. Free energy and post energy.
A new quest is available in your codex.
Hidden messages. Right. Which, like I said, I'm used to. Wait, so now I don't have any more junctions? War Within is the main quest. Okay. Wow, that's not... So we just had to do a couple more junctions after the last story mission? No worries. I'd rather do it myself if possible. I think y'all helping doesn't, like, make the normal missions any more interesting or less interesting.
Yes, they will. Like the answer to a prayer.
Okay.
Tenno, are you alright?
Investigate the reservoir on Lua, right?
Seems high.
Oh, perfect. I prefer them to be solo then. Thank you for your help up to this point. Appreciate it. I know this is what we've been working toward the whole time. Oh, shit. Okay. I did not remember that.
It was here Margulis put you into the dream, tried to heal you, tried to give you the strength to tame the void within you. In a way, this is where you, where all Tenno, were born.
But we weren't born here. Were we?
No.
Love the idea that you don't have a character create screen until 30 hours in. Like, that's still really rad.
Transit recordings, personnel logs, everything was wiped out. The only thing they kept was you. I'm detecting an unknown signature further ahead. Find out who it is and what they're doing.
Does it only work because everything up to that point is so, like, nothing from a story perspective?
I think it's Teshin.
Maybe.
Teshin?
I don't think it's like that on purpose, necessarily.
It looks like he's heading to a reservoir. Follow him.
Leave now. This doesn't concern you, child.
Don't call me that. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think if the whole, like, you play the game for 30 hours and then the game starts and then you make a character and all that, if that felt more deliberate and not the result of, like a decade of iteration. Maybe not a decade.
What was that?
The Queens.
Queens? The Grenier Queens? Tell me what?
I am warning you. You think you're safe behind this metal, but you're not. Not in the way.
Wait, so that's like an actual guy? Like a dude?
Behind this, you're still just a child.
Stop saying that.
Follow me again, Tenno.
An actual guy dude, man.
Answer to my sword.
queens were just an invention of Grenier Command. No one has ever seen them in the flesh.
I have a feeling Teshin has. Can you track him?
Not what Spectre's masking him, but Tenno, we don't know anything about the queens. Maybe Teshin alone should.
No. Teshin is not going to tell me what I can and cannot do. I'll take out his specters so you can track him.
We just need to chase him, right? He's not supposed to take damage right now, I take it. He doesn't take any damage, right? Maybe he's taking damage now? He's just immune to range damage? Chase bit. Now I can fight him. Okay, I think so. But I don't have. You wasted my special abilities a second ago. Easier. Do they give me the ads here just so I can like get energy back or something? Technically vulnerable the whole time, he's blocking bullets, okay.
I have a lock on his route. Exfiltrate when you're ready.
This game seems to like to do invulnerable enemies a lot. Like, that seems to be their solution to a lot of boss fights. I'm guessing if things are going well, everything should just die instantly, right? And maybe only once I have the energy solved. Yeah.
Teshin is trying to mask his location from us, but I have pinpointed a suspicious signal.
Track Teshin. Oh, right. Shit, I did it again.
We need answers.
Okay. I think everything is supposed to get deleted whenever you look at it. And the bosses do a thing where it's like, oh, there's like a thing you have to do to be able to delete it. Sometimes I can't tell the difference between, oh, it's just invulnerable for this phase change and it will become vulnerable automatically, and
if he's pursuing the queens, we can help him.
It's invulnerable until you do a thing, right?
He does seem to have some connection to them. Stay on the trail. Finding the queens could give us a tactical advantage against the Grenier.
That's funny, Spiky.
Understood.
Deal with the problem by not having DPS be the main issue, right? Difficult to stop meta players from one-shotting things that take hours to kill for normal players, right? Yeah, I get that. I don't know. Let me think about it. To me, this game is still most similar to like Diablo. And it's obviously kind of its own mutant thing at this point, but I've definitely frequently had the issue in Diablo of walking into a boss room and pressing one ability and the boss just goes full health to dead immediately. How do they deal with that? Difficulty levels, I guess?
Trying to shake us off the trail. Capture that specter. We can use it to find the real Teshin.
He's taking a small amount of melee damage right now, right? You need to like make the damage numbers way bigger. Yeah, I don't even have enough energy to cast 4 one more time after activating it once, unfortunately. Shit. Oh, for like trying to move the map around him, or...
Well done.
Heavy
Return
attack.
to your ship.
Oh, okay.
I will alert you when I've decrypted this
I haven't had to
sector's
use that
control
this whole
signature.
game. It just hits him really hard or something? Okay. There we go. Whenever you go swinging constantly without using your heavy attack gets stronger. Is that just true for the sword I'm currently using, or is that true for any weapon in the game? Any melee weapon. Oh, okay. I guess it just hasn't come up so far.
Asteroid field, but deep scans show the presence of a security matrix. Someone is trying to hide something. I need you to find out what. Prepare your Arcwing.
That time it literally prevented it from appearing until the... Okay. Warframe, why are you like this? Why are you the way you choose to be sometimes?
Something is hiding in this
Oh, this is a pretty cool looking area.
Before you can investigate,
High
you need
effort.
to disable the security matrix. Ordis, are you certain this is the best angle of approach?
Well, outside this corridor lie burst scanners, severe radiation, proximity mines,
Rainier death fields.
So, yes, Ordis recommends staying within the shipping.
I see. Don't touch the beams.
Operator, watch that transport ahead. The scanner is only able to scan one side at a time. You can use that to your advantage.
You heard Ordis. Keep the transport between yourself and the beams. Do not let them touch you. You've been detected. They know you're here.
Wait, I'm confused.
They know you're here.
I just have to stay on top of the things so the beams don't hurt me? Move through them while they're... Okay. Stay on the side of it, basically. Yeah, I thought maybe I could, like, fly over it after the craft went through it. Let's see. Gotcha. That's a cool mission concept. That feels like a video game again. Maybe it's just the Arcwing missions all feel like a video game. Because they're not participating in the rest of the game's ecosystem at all. Does every frame have unique Arcwing 1, 2, 3, 4 abilities, or are they the same for every frame?
They're going to scan the top of the transport. Get below it.
I get the idea. That's cool. Gotcha.
Nicely done. They still haven't seen you.
This is cool too. It feels like they've kind of like hacked this into the game.
You're clear.
The game wasn't necessarily built with this kind of mission in mind. So instead of the lasers working the way they appear to work, it's just like there's a giant wall there. To the right. Don't touch the beam. Let's see. Yeah, that's right, Bill. Anytime you see no, it's difficult for me to make it have no category, so if you see that, it's on purpose.
This is the last scanner.
I see. That's a cool sequence.
Yes. Might I say, that was smooth, operator.
You're through. Land at the checkpoint.
Fair, yeah. Depends on the game. I don't turn it on for Final Fantasy 13 or 13.2 because I'm so mean to that game. I don't want to be a buzzkill for people who enjoy it. Here, it's just like it's a deluge. I'm very ashamed of the way I play this game. I don't feel like I'm doing a good job with it ever. So people can watch it on YouTube, I guess, but it's hard to like bring a walk-in viewer up to speed on how I feel about Warframe. Whereas if you're watching on YouTube, you've necessarily heard me complain about it for 31 hours, so.
They're coming for you. Don't let them abort the shutdown.
Yeah, right. So just keep 2 up until my energy problem is solved, but it feels so good to have the shattered wall effect. Already like remove my buff again. I like whatever this like special health bar thing is. Like that's the kind of UX UI thing that I've been hoping for. I don't know what it means yet. Is that they're temporarily immune to CC? Okay. That stands out pretty well against the background. Your health bars are still relatively tiny on average. Do you kill the bar just by doing a certain amount of damage to them, or there's a shield icon for armored enemies?
Good, but we can't take any chances. Silence the remaining Premier.
Yeah, like I've been talking on stream a lot lately about how I think that RPG mechanics maybe were kind of a mistake. Like, extreme character advancement, right? Where there's a massive gap in the amount of damage you can deal at different levels and with different skill upgrades and stuff. And so I think it's telling that the parts of the game I've enjoyed the most in this are the ones where, like, my character advancement has effectively been irrelevant. Like the Arcwing stages.
You are in the clear. Keep moving.
I think people enjoy like being able to just run around and have everything die immediately without thinking. I think people have liked that as far back as, you know, pre-Diablo, but like Diablo 2, that was the experience, is you run in with your hammered in.
Are you seeing this?
You press blessed hammers and everything, the boss dies.
Are those Fomorian engines mounted on an asteroid?
It's pretty sweet looking. I really like the visuals here.
It's always moving.
Feedback on the game has been the exact opposite.
We need to analyze the intel before our next move.
Negative. I'm heading
No
in for a
nerf, only
closer
buff. Well, it's not that I think they need to nerf things. It's not that, it's not necessarily that it feels too good or too strong. We're gonna restrict mission access. That's fine, sure.
If the base moves again, we'll lose this opportunity. I'm going in.
It's cool. I generally agree with, like, try to buff things up to parity as opposed to nerfing things down. But I guess the problem I'm describing is that it becomes difficult to make, like, engaging level design and dungeon design and enemy design and boss design when you don't know if your players are going to, like, sneeze at it and it dies or actually have to fight it for real, right? If they're going to sneeze at it and it dies, then any mechanics that exist are going to be an annoyance to most players. Like the equivalent of a speedrun auto-scroller. Yeah, I know what you mean. So I guess if you have a gap between the enemy will either melt effortlessly when you sneeze at it, or it'll take a while to kill. There's a couple ways games will solve that. I guess Diablo solves it by having the escalating difficulty levels that change the combat math, and you can just keep upping difficulty until you get to a point where things don't die when you sneeze at them anymore, right? If you want to do mechanics. Or if you want to chill farm, you can stay on the sneeze mode. To, like, shoot something to get in here. Hold on. Great, yeah. The guy who's actually a guy with a face and everything. What you doing here, buddy? Y'all not, though. My robot doesn't have a face, though. Like, the real me that's controlling my robot is sleeping in a little pod doing it remotely, but this guy is, like, out and about with a set of armor and a weapon, theoretically actually risking his life. In a way that I'm not, because if my frame dies or my frame goes down, I can just pilot another one, I guess. What does the game want from me right now? Wants me to collect the yellow things. Seems unnecessary, but whatever, it's fine. I'm not really a guy. Like, the thing I'm walking around with and controlling right now is a distinct entity from this dude that I just met. I like that stuff. That's good. There's too much shit happening right now for me to pause and try to figure out what the game wants from me here. It wants me to do something. It wants me to put something in this machine to access the elevator. Where's an elevator key? Pick up elevator key. Oh, I need to find one more of these? It wants 3 elevator keys. Inside that room or something? God, just let me in there, game. All that was summarized with access the elevator. Hooray!
Lotus, if you can hear me, something's tampering with the transference stream. I'm going to locate the source.
Oh, this thing? 5? No, I press 5 and nothing happens. Release lockdown. Button mapping. Is that somewhere else? Control somewhere maybe? Customize key bindings, thanks. Focus and transference. Okay. It's a thing they literally just said isn't working right now.
I know this place.
Spooky goopy room.
Teshin?
Oh, he's got a bunch of Christmas lights.
Come here. You have ruined us both.
Pretty cool set piece.
Well done, Teshin Dax.
Good space witch lady.
Dax, you're with them.
I have come as you commanded, my queens.
And this is your offering? My sister needs the orphan child, not its infested puppet.
The child? For what purpose?
To eat it, of course.
That's spooky.
Worm, do not question your lords, Tish and Dax. Bring me the orphan. Bring me my Yuvan.
Enough!
How rude!
Oh, it's not their fault, Worm. Mummy and Daddy weren't around long enough to teach
Probably
them
the first, like,
manners.
enduring villain we've encountered.
We'll have to.
I guess there's the big scary sword guy who hates the Tenno, right? I remember that guy. Although he was just recently introduced in the same mission that where we found out I was a puppeteer.
What is this?
Transference surge, operator. You're losing your Warframe connection.
You have some idea that you're invincible, don't you? Nestled away in that mad Cephalon's crib. But you belong to me now. For you see, child, we conceived of these ugly metal cysts.
Operator, cut the link.
I can't.
We gave you your precious gifts. And now, just as easily, we take them all away.
Cut the link. Transference over in 5.
This is exciting. I don't know where this is going. And so I think there are diamonds in this game. You just have to dig through a lot of coal to get to them. I have to look a little hoodie.
Great job, Ordis. Ship Cephalon? More like ship Failbot. When the operator needed you most,
Ordis,
Right.
enough.
Operator? My stars! Don't do that to me!
The big diamond was that first story sequence where you get a character create screen 30 hours, and I thought that was cool as hell.
Commencing self-destructing.
Don't know if it was worth the 30 hours of kind of middling,
What?
directionless stuff,
with the
but
music?
Isn't it great? I can lead you through some breathing exercises.
Just turn it off. Get the transference power back on, okay? I lost my Warframe.
I've been trying. You may need to do your, Tenno thing again. Re-energize it. You know, with your void stuff.
forgot I screwed up her character creation. Can redo that later. This is pretty neat. Did this before, right? It's familiar.
I can't.
Okay, cool.
It's gone.
What? Gone? Are you sure? How will you command the Warframes if you're...
Conditions satisfied. Engaging Purge Precept.
Purge? Purge what? Ordis, what the hell?
You no longer possess transference.
Uh.
You no longer command the Warframes. You no longer are the operator. You must be purged from this vessel.
That's pretty sweet.
Non-operator, I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but I'm going to decompress the ship.
This is great. I like this.
Cannot keep missing like this. Get out of here before I...
Purge you. You are not the operator. You will be purged.
Cool.
Exterminate. Exterminate the non-operator.
I'm running out of time, aren't I? Oh, I didn't realize it was a timed wall. It was just the side that I was on. Okay. Mountain Pass. Appreciate the balls of them being like, hey, once you commit to this, like, you can't play Warframe for a little bit until you finish this quest. Like, not a lot of online game devs have the stones to do that. It's especially surprising given the way the rest of the game works. Cool. Nice. I'm not used to that. It stands out because it's like super risky. Like, I think maybe that's what's magical about Warframe, is that it occasionally breaks its own rules. Like, it sets some expectations for what the game is like and what the formula is, and then it's like, we're gonna fuck with that, which is cool. I wish more games would do that. Warning Zen locks you to the light puzzle until you beat it. It's kind of how Song of the Elves works, but I guess you could technically leave and come back to it. Yeah, I guess I wish that there wasn't so much fluff around this. I'm envisioning, like, the developers going back in time and making this game with the lessons they've learned over the last 10 years and just not developing a bunch of, like, fluff on the sides of it, right? Where you still kind of have an initial, I don't know, maybe 10 hours of not knowing what the hell's going on, and you're just kind of a Warframe, and then, like, the core loop changes dramatically. This is a really cool, like, kind of walking sim sequence here. I dig this. The one that's going to add the optional new start. Yeah. I don't know.
Ugh, what happened to you?
They gave up.
You betrayed me. You infested piece of...
Yes, do it.
Nice try.
As I thought. The hard way, then.
So, the great Teshin is just a dog, fetching the queen's stick wherever she throws
Have we
it.
been introduced to the queen before that last mission? Maybe it was in a bunch of throwaway missions before that.
With the queens burrowing in. Now I am forced to undo what Margulis did, to open the gates and make you suffer.
This is super wild. I don't know if this has ever happened in another game, anything similar to this.
Lied to you, a lie of omission. She did not cure the Zeraman children. She erased them. My only hope is that truth still lingers inside you, buried within your mind. The power and the misery.
of the void. The Ayaton sculptures are perpetually in motion. Monuments of Oregon continuity, immortality. But this one is halted and
Hurricane are the Rome-like human empire that had like slaves and stuff from a really long time ago, because we're like crazy far in the future, right? Okay. I'm remembering things. There you go. Does it want me to attack something here? Okay. I wasn't sure because whenever I activate the ability, it backfires on me for story reasons, but I wasn't sure if that meant that I was actually still allowed to use it.
I remember.
Mother takes your hand and says there's been an accident. But don't worry, Angel, you're safe with me. Her eyes are distant, unfocused.
She's lying.
Don't eat me, please. Oh, got a stick in her leg.
Beware the ravenous golden maw.
That thing. I didn't beware the ravenous golden maw. Yeah, it's like this isn't like an actual gameplay segment, right? Because it's not, it doesn't care about my stats or my frame or my weapons or my armor. Yeah, I figured. Oh, it's letting me sprint now? Okay, thanks. Oh, I can jump too? Okay, that changes things. That's a really important information. Oh, there it is. Now it says it. To jog.
The queen burrows into your mind just as the creature worms beneath your feet. With each step, you will discover what Margulis took from you. With each step, pain awaits you.
Yeah, they had disabled the jump and sprint buttons before this. They still let me crouch though, which is weird. God damn it. Checkpoint here. Nope. Okay. I don't think it aggroes me until I touch the ground, so if I sprint early, if I jump at the very start, I get a few extra seconds.
I can't even remember her face.
Yeah. I've seen that in other games before. Void Sling. Ability recovered.
Your past has weathered Margulis's manipulation. It lurks here. Destroy this barrier and go deeper into your past.
Sounds great, Teshin.
That's neat.
The air was acrid and still.
The biomes had been sabotaged. The food stocks dwindled. Paranoia gripped your father's mind. What was it he said as he stared out into the starless black?
Something's out there, kiddo. Watching us. Something's out there, kiddo. Watching us.
It's pretty cool.
The whole ship went insane.
You exist on the fold between two worlds. The world we know, of blood and steel, and the world that watches and dreams, the void. Charge across the fold as you once did.
Incredible. And I was kicking myself for not bringing a rope.
Were you talking about look at a thing before observing it? I didn't even see a thing that I was able to look at before. That's nice.
I smell smoke.
Fires rage on the lower decks. Blood shimmers in the fitful light. Hunting parties roam the ship. But there is singing and laughter and play. For all the children have come together. Their minds somehow unbent. You wipe away your tears, thinking,
This is my family now. My family now. They tore her apart.
The Queen is
Void mode. Oh, okay.
She knows what you did, giving her resolve. Now, you must master the fold. Walk upon its edge, concealing your movement within the shadows you create.
Shadows I create.
Oh, I see. It consumes energy.
Another
Gotcha.
Teshin metaphor, right?
Oh, was it previously a thing that didn't have a meter?
the grown-ups are howling at the door, drowning mad in the void ocean. But you are at ease, swimming within the depths.
Interesting.
You remember then how the howling stopped. They had broken through.
I held out hope we'd be rescued. So I avoided the bloodshed.
Okay. Cool.
I held out hope.
Your repressed
Transference.
powers return, fused with your Tenno abilities, amplifying them. You've outgrown the cradle. Now your transference is innate. Control these Oregon beasts. and escape this prison.
Oh, that's a cool concept.
Like a Warframe?
That's sick. Oh, use Void Sling. Okay. They literally mean just the little attack I do while sneaking, right? I'm trying to, yeah, I was trying to use it, but it wasn't working. Hold on, let me try to figure it out. On a different button, maybe? Hold on. Yeah, it was okay. I'll try to figure it out. I don't know why it wasn't working. Whoa, that's really cool. Wow, they must have been really pumped about this. Pretty sick. Also fits based on what they've already established. That's really cool. I like it.
Know this, Tenno, that I am a Dax, a soldier of a lost era, the last of my kind. By Orokin hands, we Dax were given great power, great strength, but an even greater weakness. To obey their command, to never defy the Kuva, the scepter, the symbols of their dominion. No Dax can ever raise steel against an Orokin. Only you can do that. A Yuvan theater, long abandoned. In ages past, I would have stood guard as the young and exotic were paraded through the mountain pass and marched by the viewing pain. They'd barter here, the Orokin, withering and coughing as they prepared for their continuity.
She doesn't want me dead.
No, the Queen doesn't want to kill you. She wants to become you. To burrow through your mind, corrupting it with despair until
Need to get the green Twin Peaks ring. I bet it was a bit of a hassle to let you possess those little creatures. That's pretty sweet. Especially for something that shows up so late in the game. It'd be one thing if like the game kind of had a story and then suddenly did this, and that would already be a big enough change, but like it went from having basically no story at all outside of like NPC barks and missions to suddenly like being like a normal video game. Uh-oh, my cat's just unplugged my... Sorry, 1 second. Looks like it's back.
Ocean of horror coiled itself around your tender heart.
I control it. Cut the link! Cut the link! Transference overload in 5, 4, 3.
Oh, weird. I guess that whole thing happened in the mind. That's cool. in that moment.
Operator, is that you? Your brain activity flatlined for a moment there. Can you speak? By stars, the operator's mind is destroyed.
Please don't murder me.
I'm fine. Just don't play any music. I need to think.
Music? Operator, you are not making sense. The transference surge must have affected you as well. Try to rest while I begin repairs.
That was pretty great.
This
Big fan.
is odd. The circuits are dead, but I'm detecting transference energy. Coming from you?
Yeah, right.
Amazing. How are you doing this? It is slightly terrifying, if I'm honest. Operator, my sensors have gone dark. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Impressive. Very useful. Otis is a little afraid.
Horse is a little afraid now.
How? Please restrain yourself. Have you lost your mind?
No. But I've lost my Warframe. And Teshin. What if the Queens know he helped me escape? I have to go back.
Impossible. Just as you thought, the base has moved again. We don't know where it is. There's no way back.
My Warframe. It's still there.
Haven't you been listening? The transference system is fried.
I don't need it anymore.
Oh shit.
Operator, where are you going?
Oh, cool.
Don't
Saying I can dodge bullets. Saying once you're ready, you won't have to. So is that what 5 was supposed to do before? It's kind of cool that I didn't actually use it. They're just introducing you to the concept of the 5 button here in the story.
Do, Dex? What did you do?
I feel like they should have turned it off up until this point.
Forgive me, my queens.
We hold the scepter. We command you. We are.
I assume now it's gonna switch me temporarily. Yeah, so I can like teleport around and then switch back. We'll see.
Tenno, no. After everything you've endured to escape, why did you come back?
I came back for you.
And also my robot.
Stupid child.
I spent a bunch of plat on that robot.
But coming here in the flesh.
I was gonna be really impressed if they just told you that whatever frame you brought into this mission is fucked and you can't get it back for like 20 hours. Pick a different one, motherfucker.
And bring me my new skin.
Alright, this isn't gonna go well. Yeah, it does work what I thought it was gonna do.
The Guardians protect the Braids. The Braids protect the Queen.
Cool.
They are protected by the Kuva in their weapons. Find a way to disarm them.
Disarm them. Okay. All switching back out of this. It's kind of cool that it leaves your frame behind on the ground. I dig that. That was it, I think.
Attack.
Cool.
The red Braids shield her. Destroy them.
Shut up, you insolent ducks!
Those things or no? They're demonstrating why I need to be able to swap to this occasionally. Cool.
Gods! Kill this Tenno!
Cool. So this is like the first actual boss fight in the whole game. All the other boss fights have been like really lame compared to this one. This is fine. It's like it's actually a fight though, which is cool.
Long enough have I lived in these ugly Grenier bodies.
Did the Grenier like worship her or something?
I deserve new flesh. Yours. Gods, kill this Warframe and bring me my new skin.
So wild to like have an actual fight like this so late. It's cool.
By my Oregon blood, I command you, Titian Dax, to kill this Tenno!
No, I cannot.
You must, by your oath eternal.
That child I met on the mountain will surely die here.
That child is gone.
It's so sad.
I can show you no mercy. Show me none in return. Yes, from the moment I began training you, I have anticipated this moment. You must not stop. Defeat me. You are a child. No longer.
We are Orokin. We created you. We are your golden lords. Come out! Come out, little demon!
Without her scepter, she is powerless. Break her shields, and use your dash to steal it.
You'll pay for that!
Can I break her shield with my... No, it has to all be on the human. No, it's not working.
Shout yourself, you little coward!
Oh, you just dash. Like, when she goes to attack, basically. Oh, I see, but I have to not be invisible so she can actually target me.
I see now how you cast me out. Simple, really. There's no room for me in that wicked, swarming head of
I think I
yours.
get it. I gotta do it faster.
Is this how you hunted the Zeraman crew? Is this how you murdered your parents?
Without her scepter, she is powerless.
Working on it.
Break her shields.
She has a really brief
and
window, it
use your
seems like.
dash to steal it.
You'll pay for that!
Seems like she always knocks me down at the exact moment that she becomes vulnerable. Do I have like more time to do it than I think, maybe? There we go. Our first try. Whoa, that was cool. I don't think you can roll in that fight. You can only jog, right?
A chance to kill you. And now,
Nice.
finally happened.
Yeah, I guess so.
Kill her.
Thanks, man. You gotta understand, for someone who played this over like 6 different episodes, everyone's talking about how cool Warframe's story is, and I'm like, what story? I get it now.
I'll divert them. Go.
It really, it's like so different than the long 100 hours of eating your vegetables in Final Fantasy XIV, right?
Your transference stream seems
Is there like the core like formula of the story doesn't significantly change? It just gets tighter and more interesting.
Teshin.
Less filler.
Teshin helped me. I'm heading to extraction now.
the Queens. They cut me off. I should have been there for you. I'll signal orders to pick you up right away.
Is there a thing here? Why is that this? Okay, it's fine. That's why I wasn't noticing the Iatan crystals before, because there's already a little white icon that I'm supposed to ignore most of the time.
Thank the stars you're safe, operator. I forbid you to leave the orbiter like that again.
Whee!
It's just too much for an old cephalon like me.
Pretty cool, gotta say.
You rescued your Warframe. What a relief. But Ordis wonders, are you still able to walk the ship as yourself?
Neat.
Impressive. Just think of the possibilities. You can help me clean up that infested door.
It gives me a chance here soon. I might want to redo cosmetics for this character. I think I rushed through it before because we were close to the end of stream.
She protected you.
But isn't it better that I know the truth? Wouldn't you want to know? Teshin said...
Teshin thinks he knows better. Maybe he does. Maybe you needed to know to survive the Queens. But you are changed now.
It's a really cool concept.
That's what you have to say. That I'm changed.
What you did, you didn't have a choice. Tenno, you were only just a...
Don't do that. Don't make excuses for me.
What's this? An old war beacon? How exciting, operator! You would want to investigate this. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt?
Navigation. Oh, I have the staff now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's okay. We'll see if the game maintains it. What actually sticks with me, I think, is important to how well the game executed on it. Thank you. Thanks for that. What's up, dude? Appreciate the choice to force you to walk here. It's like a different dev team came in for this stuff. Like, I believe it's the same team. Very pretty.
You don't know what to do with it.
Tell me.
Some believe the Kuva within is the blood of Orokin ancestors. An elixir of power, of immortality.
Yeah, they're making the whole, like, space fantasy stuff work better now than in the first 20 or so hours, where it's basically just science fiction.
What do you believe?
I believe them both. But for you, Tenno, perhaps this Kuva is just a symbol that what you choose to do will define you more than anything.
Destroy, control, consume. We'll try control. Cool little heart boy.
Don't forget, kiddo. You're nothing without me.
The world weighs more heavily on you now. Try not to lose yourself, Tenno.
The War Within. Just summarizing my... So you said that doesn't affect, like, the story direction or mechanics in any way? It's just a thing you can do? So I think that that's actually a really good stopping point, especially since we had the blue screen earlier. Android, I'll still go ahead and give the full 4-hour discount to vote for the game on the sheet, and I'll credit you back 30 minutes if that works for you. Really, really cool story mission. Future Marstead, note that you can press 5 now to switch to your, I guess, operator from your Warframe, and there's some abilities you can get from that. If you hold control and press space, you can teleport. If you hold control, you go invisible, and you can left-click to laser stuff. What other notes should I leave for my future self that we've talked about today that didn't stick with me before? Progression-wise, can I mostly trust the little next quest marker now? It was working before. Is there a next main quest now that I don't really have junctions to look for? Focus tree, I do that in the room with the operator. I can go look at that right now. I guess also, Future Mars, if you're using this Broken War Sword, you can probably use that for the rest of the story, as well as the Atomos. Don't worry about building anything else for now. So that's over here.
Operator,
Visit Quills on Cetus Earth. Okay.
We should make the orbiter more comfortable. Ordis has identified an old
So this lets you change stuff later. Okay. War Within quest complete. Focus. Zeneric. Energy Pulse. This one. Or is that literally the only one I can pick up? A Wellspring. Okay, I didn't realize I could take them in a different order. Oh, that sounds great. Seek out the quills first. To put a point in Energy Pulse first. Okay. But I have to generate Focus XP, which I can only now can I generate that XP going forward. Also, Future Marstead, you could adjust the appearance of the operator here if you want to. That note about visit Quills on Cetus Earth. You can explain, ask chat to explain what Focus XP is next episode. I already went through your weapons. There's a quality of life improvement for Gara. You can press 1 to detonate your wall inside of the wall. You don't have to go outside of it anymore, but you still have to detonate the wall. Eventually, once you solve energy, which is the goal here, you press 4 to make the wall and 1 to detonate it, and then every time you press 4, it refreshes the duration on your 2. So you've never been able to actually do this before, but once you solve energy, maybe you can. You'll press 4 and then 1 to detonate repeatedly, basically. I think that's everything. Thanks, folks, and we'll see you next time with more Warframe.